Welcome to Vision Forward's Tech Connect Live, connecting you to the world of assistive technology. And now, here are your hosts, Cory and Luke.
Sure.
Hello, and sundry, and welcome to the infamous Tech Connect, where we talk about tech while connecting with you and each other. That's right. This is a show about friendship. This is a show about being there for each other when the going gets tough.
When the going gets tough.
The tough get going.
Okay.
And when
who sings that?
Well, you just did.
Billy Ocean? Somebody put it in the chat. No, is it? I think it was Billy Ocean.
Billy the Kid?
Maybe you could look it up, producer Michael.
Michael? Who is Michael?
No, because could you look it up and see if it was Billy Ocean when the when the going gets tough?
Producer Michael, please look that up.
Producer Michael.
Please look that up.
That's actually a YouTube channel I've seen before, Producer Michael. He's some famous music producer, and then he does those stupid videos where he shows his millions of dollars of cars, and he's one of those, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Love those.
Rub it in your face.
I do those videos too.
I sometimes do, and I go, look at my tens of thousands of dollar house. Do you like it?
So I do have the Billy Ocean trivia.
Yes.
Hold on, we have some Billy Ocean trivia.
Indeed, in 1985, Billy Ocean released the song "When the Going Gets Tough, the Tough Get Going" in the film "The Jewel of the Nile."
Also, starring Michael Douglas and Catherine. I forget who was the. Now I gotta check. I forget the female.
Catherine
lead.
Michael Douglas and Catherine Turner.
Yeah, there you go. They had like a few of those movies. Danny DeVito was in it. Good song, good movies.
Is there anything that this man doesn't know?
I know
Please
everything.
put your movie and song trivia questions in the chat for Cory, and he'll be more than happy to spend the rest of the time answering those.
Usually 90s music is my where I do the best.
Yeah. Actually, my wife and I, when we were on vacation recently, we found some trivia games on the bookshelf in the Airbnb that we were renting, and they were about music. And there was one 80s, there was one 90s, there was one for 2000s. I can confirm 90s was my strongest.
Yeah, I think all of our generation, that's probably true. It's also the best time for music.
80s was my second strongest.
Yeah, I would agree.
And the 2000s, I was very poor at something.
Yeah.
So
I would say I'm exactly in the same boat as you.
Yeah, if that gives you any indication as to how old we are, then good. I mean,
then good.
All right, in the chat, let's see who we've got. Alicia Green coming in with the first comment, as usual. She is just so fast with those fingers, it is unbelievable. Hello, Cory, that's you. Hello, Luke, that's me. And hello, Jonathan. Sorry, Alicia, You got his name wrong. That would be Michael. Michael the producer. It's not really. It's still Jonathan.
Jonathan Michael.
Waiting for today's episode. Well, you're not waiting anymore because it's happening right
waiting
now.
Is over, yes.
It is happening.
You have nothing left to wait for today.
No, the waiting is over. This is everything that you dreamed of for today.
Yep.
HumanWare is in the chat because...
Like the actual...
The entire company.
The entity.
They're here.
I am HumanWare.
Exactly. Apparently, HumanWare is somewhat like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Terminator movies. Yeah. HumanWare says hello, and they're here keeping a beady eye on us because we will be talking about some HumanWare software here.
Get ready with your speedy fingers, HumanWare, to correct any mistakes we make.
Answer questions. Shirley, also a common contributor to the chat, says, hi, good to be back. You know, it is good to be back. I agree with you. So thank you.
Yeah, we were off. We didn't do a Tech Connect 2 weeks ago.
No, I was away in England, and Cory just said, listen, I can't be bothered to do the show without you because that would mean I actually have to do some work, so just forget it.
You started this show about friendship. Yeah. And so I would never do this show without my partner in crime.
I like it.
I also couldn't think of a topic.
That's a fair point. Ewan? Ewan, are you from Wales? Just interested? Well, maybe not with the last name Ferreira. Let us know where you're from. Says, hey. Hello. Ewan also says hello. Not only did we get a hey, but we also got a follow-up hello. So hello and hey. HumanWare says Roger here. Hello, Roger. Unless they're just saying, Roger, we are here.
Oh, like Roger?
Yeah, exactly, like Roger, over and out,
That's true. I mean, HumanWare, if it was an entity, it probably would speak in that, like, Roger.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Next thing they're going to write 10-4. Keep us on our toes.
Ewan also follows with, how are you? We are good, thank you, and hope everybody else is good. All right, Cory. Yes. So, what are we talking about today?
So today we will be talking about, there's a reason why HumanWare and Roger from HumanWare is in the chat.
Yeah.
We are talking about the Prodigi software specifically for Windows. So a number of you might be familiar with the Prodigi software. We were actually just talking before we came on. But let's see if anyone in the chat knows. And maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's not the first time we saw the Prodigi software. But what device did we originally see HumanWare's Prodigi software, or when did they first use that brand name Prodigi? I wonder if we'll see if we're right on what we think the answer is. But it's been around for a number of years. We've seen it on the Connect 12. What's the APH for the Matte Connect?
Yep.
And then now
on the Reveal.
Reveal 16. Yep. And now we are seeing it directly on Windows.
That's right. And anybody who gets the correct answer to what did the Prodigi software first appear on will win Cory's laptop with the Prodigi software pre-installed.
I don't have a laptop with me, so.
No. That's it's in the office though.
Okay.
You might not have it at this table. Where you're just going to mail it from this table.
Thanks,
be like,
friend.
I'm sorry if it's not at this table. I
was going to hand it through the camera.
Okay.
Thanks, friend, for giving away my computer.
Please don't look at any of the client information because that would be against HIPAA regulations. Chris Garlepi?
Yeah.
Or is it an I? Gary? I'm sorry, it's really hard to read from here. Anyway, Chris says hi. Hello, Chris. Thank you for joining us today. So the Prodigi software is now available on the old Windows PC, and it actually functions very similarly to the Prodigi software on other devices. So if you are familiar with some other devices, especially like, the Connect 12 or the Reveal 16, for example, then this software is going to operate virtually identically to those, but it's on your PC. Now, why would you want to do that, Cory? What's good about having that on your PC?
Well, I could think of a couple reasons. Okay, if you were a student,
yes.
If you were somebody in the workplace, if you had a home office and you had a computer set up with a camera already, you could combine all of that together and create a one-of-a-kind assistive technology superstation.
I like it, superstation. All right, so if you want to build a superstation, this could be the way to do it. And it's nice because you can use your existing computer, and so you're not having to buy a separate device. And you can also utilize an existing webcam that you might have, or you could get a separate camera. And HumanWare do sell a camera, but you could utilize existing things that you already have to be able to do things like zoom in up close, do OCR, look into the distance, save pictures, and then share those pictures. And a little birdie told me that there was an update coming out today.
Midday.
Midday, which that was Eastern. And I said, that's obviously 12 o'clock because midday is 12 o'clock. And Cory said, well, midday could really mean anything.
Well, I didn't think it meant anything. I mean, it's not like I think 3 a.m. is midday. But I think midday is less specific than noon.
Yeah, that's fair. Because I just assumed midday would mean noon on the dot. But I just tried to do the update and it doesn't seem to be here. But anyway, doesn't matter. The update will be adding an AI assistant.
Yeah, which I'd love for Roger to throw in the chat as we kind of move forward. Give us a little rundown on what that AI means.
Yeah, well, it means artificial intelligence, I would assume.
You know what I mean. What capabilities and features should we expect to see with AI in the Prodigi software?
Indeed, yes. So I assume that you can do OCR on a document, then ask the AI questions about it, which would be cool, but we can't demonstrate that. So we'll just be demonstrating the existing functionality. However, if you download the free trial of this software, you should have access to some of those exciting
14 days. You can get a 14-day
free trial, yeah.
Now, I was going to ask you about the installation process really quick. Is this a Windows Store app, or is this a standalone program that you will go and download from HumanWare?
Well, that's a great question. I downloaded it from the HumanWare website, but Roger can let us know whether that is available through the Windows Store as well.
Okay.
I believe the software standalone costs about just under $1,000 if you decide to purchase it after the trial. And if you get a package, which includes a camera and I think some other bits and bobs, then it costs a little bit more. But anyway, should we dive in and take a look at it rather than talking about it? Jonathan, could you possibly give us a bit more light over here? Because for some reason, something funky is going on. It kind of looks like I'm, on Star Trek when people get beamed.
Oh, you're phasing in and out.
It kind of looks like I'm about to be beamed out of here. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to switch to a view of my laptop here. And I do have the old Prodigi software up and running. Actually, before we do that, let me just go back to our main camera. I am using for this, oh no, I forgot, this camera that I'm using is a similar color to the green screen. So now it's invisible.
It's invisible. I'm so
that is crazy.
We are so good. We're so good here that we can make it work with an invisible camera.
With an invisible camera. Okay, this is insane. But
is it green?
It's like a bluey green, I guess.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay.
Anyway.
Well, I believe that we do have a document camera here on the table.
Yes, we do have a document camera now. This is the IPEVO. And people who've been religiously watching our channel for the last 6-7 years may have seen a video that we did on the IPEVO document camera. It's a pretty cheap document camera. It's designed for presentations. It can do close-up, it can do distance. It's got color invert, it's got brightness controls, it's got flipping the image.
We may or may not have found it in our cupboard. Vision Forward is moving, and we started our cleaning for moving, and we may or may not have found the IPEVO camera back.
And we definitely did find the IPEVO camera. And it was good timing because I decided to use it for this application. Now, you can use your built-in camera's webcam, but it's not super convenient because what we're trying to do here is look at a document that we're placing on the surface of the table. And so obviously with a document camera, then it's designed to be looking at documents that are on the surface of the table. So I am here in the Prodigi software.
Before you jump in, Jonathan, could you just pop in, get this audio going, and we're going to have Luke's going to just test the audio really quick for the software too. I just want to make sure it's not doubling up or giving us any
Let's just listen to this real quick here.
Distance.
Hopefully we're not getting any echo.
Magnifier.
Listening for that.
Okay, Jonathan's going to check it out. You can let us know in the chat as well.
There is some chat stuff going on as well. We have a guess as to the first use of
good. Yeah, we should pop in there and figure out see if they got it right.
Okay, so let me take a look here. Ewan Ferreira seems to be very into gaming. Unfortunately, Ewan, that's not what we're talking about on this particular show.
We are getting an echo.
We are getting an echo. Okay, let me turn off mix minus here. That should fix it. Eric says, Oh, wasn't it first offered in the Apple Macintosh in 1989?
Well, wait a minute. I don't think
and then
so.
it says, darn it, I shouldn't have had a daiquiri so early in the morning. I like it.
That's very good.
Hawaiian 5.0 just says, aloha. And I will return with an aloha to you as well.
Nice.
And Roger is saying the user can toggle, so the AI assistant will send an image of whatever you place under the document camera and you can begin asking questions with the assistant.
Oh,
so
nice.
That's what we thought. And then says the user can toggle between the image shared with the AI assistant and the results of their questions. So you can look at the answers to the questions and you can look at the image. And there is also a popular searches option as well.
That's
intriguing.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, like I say, if you download this, you should be able to try those things out. For the moment, though, let's check out the Magnifier app. Now, we have a number of different apps here available in the Prodigi software.
Magnifier.
So Magnifier will allow us to magnify up close, so, basically for documents.
Distance.
Distance is going to be magnification in the distance, so we can look at things being presented on the board or presentations, whatever it might be.
Files.
Files is where we can go to look at Cory.
Files.
Good, files. So
I'm assuming any images that we've saved.
Exactly, yeah.
Or I'm assuming we can also bring in PDFs or maybe things from your computer,
I haven't got that far into it.
No,
Probably,
I'm assuming so.
Yes. But we can save images, we can save documents, we can do batch scan and then create folders with multiple pages in. So that's cool.
Settings.
Settings is where we go to change our settings.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Also, we can get more files in there too.
In the settings, we can do things like change the OCR voice, change the way the menu is displayed, change the color of things, and so on and so forth.
Help.
And then there's a number of useful help resources, including the ability to contact HumanWare, but also watch helpful videos and so on and so forth.
We're still getting an echo from the device.
Yeah, there is we are too. It's just a slight little echo. Is that what you're picking up?
Yeah, it's less significant.
It's fine. Yeah, we also get a little one. Yeah.
All right, so let's see. Oh, there's Roger points out in the latest update, which we haven't gotten yet, there is also a Books application. And that will allow you to pull in stuff from people like Bookshare and Project Gutenberg as well.
Do we know if Books also had NLS Bard? I can't remember.
I don't believe it does. At least it doesn't, on the reveal and the connect.
Okay,
so.
I didn't know if the latest update. I thought I remember hearing that, but I might be wrong. Roger will let us know.
Anyway, I've really got to start demoing this.
Go.
So let's take a look at the Magnifier app here. So we're going to jump into it. And I hit the space bar there, but there's a number of ways you can actually access these things. I could have clicked on it with a mouse.
Back button.
I could have pressed space, which is what I did. Or with a touchscreen computer, you can use the touchscreen. Now, I will say it works really well with the touchscreen because that's how the software was originally optimized. It was optimized for touchscreen devices such as the Connect 12 and the Reveal 16. And so it works really nicely with the touchscreen. But if your PC is not touchscreen, you don't need to worry about it. It's okay, you can just use the keyboard and or the mouse. So here we are in our live view, and I have a document underneath here, and we can see I've got it in reverse contrast at the moment. And we have some simple controls that we can use, obviously, to zoom in and out. Now, if you're using the touchscreen, you can use pinch and reverse pinch gestures, but if we're using the mouse or keyboard, we can go over to the plus button and use that to increase our magnification. I'm going to go ahead and do that here. Whee! And we can zoom in. Now, with this particular camera, there is a little bit of ghosting as we move the document around. That's really the camera, though. It's the quality of the camera. It's nothing to do with the software, per se. Let me zoom out a little bit here. We also have a button to rotate the image. And then we can also go ahead and do OCR on this. So in order to do that, we will take a picture using the picture button. Let me go ahead and do that now. And it's snapped a picture. It's going to process the image, and just like with the Prodigi software on other devices, it will present us the image here that it's taken, and it will give us a play button that we can hit. If I hit that, it's going to start to read the document.
Secretary notes Minnesota First Chapter Zoom meeting Monday, January the 29th, 2024. President Ambidescent called the meeting to order at 7:01 p.m.
And I'll go ahead and stop it there with the space bar.
Did you need to zoom out to see the whole, in order to take a picture of the whole page?
Well, here's the thing. The amount of page that can be seen is dependent on the camera height.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, the physical camera height. So I didn't capture a whole page there. Now, it said full page.
Yeah.
Because I guess I could have done. But my camera was quite low to the page.
Yeah.
Yeah. And therefore, I did not capture the whole.
So when it does the OCR, it's really OCRing what you see on the screen.
As far as I can tell,
okay,
yes.
Gotcha.
Yes, and we'll try a full page in a second.
Okay.
So it started to read aloud to us, did a great job with the OCR, pretty fast. I paused with the space bar, but I can also bring up controls with the mouse.
Read
we have
button.
a play button. We have a increase and decrease size of the text button, so we can change the size
Medium,
of the
small,
text.
minimum. Small, medium, stand, large.
And we can also scroll the text here using the mouse. So if we don't want to have it read to us, we just want to read it ourselves, we can do that. Now, the nice thing about this is we can make the text as large as we want here, and it will still fit to the
Extra
screen.
large.
So no matter how large you make it, it's still going to fit to the screen, and we can just scroll it as we read, which is kind of nice, even if we want to read it ourselves. So, OCR, good.
Yes.
Like it. Should we try a full page?
Sure, if we want to.
All right, cool.
Decrease, back button. View, full page.
And I'm going to go
Read
ahead
button.
and go back again.
Save, back button. Mode, live. Capture
Lift up the
button.
camera now. Let's see how high we can get this. Okay, now with my brightness thing, I'm going to change this through to regular color here. So I'm going to
Closing menu, settings menu,
And we will
contrast,
go to,
negative, sub, contrast, color, check, setting, mode, live.
Now I'm
Settings
getting a
button.
color image of my document. Now let's see if we can get this high enough. Okay, that's just about, I think, the entire page. I'm going to make sure it's focused by pressing the focusing button on my camera. Then we're going to take a picture and we'll see how it does here. So here we go. We heard the camera take the picture here. It's processing the image. Fingers crossed.
Might take a little.
View, full page.
Pretty fast.
Read button.
Now, what we see on the screen at the moment here, before we hit the read button, is an image of the document. And it's actually, although this is an image of the page, it's done this diamond edge text thing where it's replaced all of the actual text from the page with high contrast computer font. And so we're still looking at the actual page, but it's just not the actual text. It's a higher resolution version of the text, which is kind of cool. We can zoom in and out on that as I'm doing at the moment, and we can move around that. However, we're going to get it read to us, so I'll hit the play button.
Secretary notes Minnesota First Chapter Zoom meeting Monday, January the 29th, 2024. President Andreessen called the meeting to order at 7:01 p.m. Board members in attendance from their
You were able to adjust the magnification.
Yes.
Can you also adjust the contrast right from there, or did you have to go back into settings? Okay.
Oh, no, sorry. Yes, you do have to go back into settings.
View,
So,
page.
let's
So
go
there
back
isn't
down
a
here.
designated
Mode,
contrast like you'd
capture
potentially
button.
see in.
Now, there may be a touchscreen. I'm not sure. So you can do a touchscreen gesture, which is a swipe down on the
Positive.
right side of the screen.
Oh, there
to
you go,
flip
okay.
in between, yeah, the positive and the negative,
Gotcha.
if that's what you're referring to. But there
Yep.
is also actually contrast in terms of, blacks and whites.
Yeah, I was thinking more
yeah.
of your.
The high contrast
Yeah,
colors.
exactly.
Yeah, the false colors, yeah. So yeah,
Negative.
we can do a touchscreen gesture if we have a touchscreen, which is a quick swipe down on the right side of the screen, same as what we can do on the Connect 12 and or the Reveal 16. And we can also do things like a double tap on the screen to enable and disable speech, and we can do the pinch and reverse pinch gesture to zoom in and out. And I'm sure there are other gestures as well. I know on the Reveal 16 and the Connect 12, you can swipe right and left to adjust the speed of the voice.
Sure.
So you might be able to do that as well.
Okay.
So various touchscreen gestures. I do think this really does work great with a touchscreen, but I mean it works fine with a mouse and keyboard as well. But just having that touchscreen functionality is really cool.
Yeah, I could see this, like you're running it on a laptop right now, but I could see this really being great on like a Surface or something where it's potentially more of a tablet-based Windows solution.
Yeah, absolutely.
With a, anyway.
Let's just check in the chat here and see what we got. Ewan really wants us to show people how to play Blind Drive. Unfortunately, Ewan, that's not something that's...
Not today, but maybe we'll do that in a future session.
In a future video, maybe, but not
for sure.
today. Yes.
Yeah, what I proposed is if they had other suggestions, we might bundle those and do a live stream.
Maybe.
on
we've done
video
some
game.
stuff on gaming
Right, we've
before.
done it, but never
Also,
on one.
unfortunately, Ewan, if I'm not mistaken, Blind Drive is not really work safe. But if I do recall, there's a lot of swearing in that game. Because you wake up and you're blind and you're now driving, and I do. It's actually a really good game.
It sounds fun.
Yeah, it's fun. If it's the one I'm thinking of, but I do believe there's some language that wouldn't be appropriate for our show, unfortunately.
Yeah, maybe that will be for Tech Connect after hours.
Oh, midday.
Good. All right. And HumanWare, or Roger, also says that they are working with NLS Bard and hopefully going to add it in October, which will be very nice.
Great, very cool.
All right, so let's go into the distance mode. Well, actually, let's look at the
Closing menu.
settings.
Settings menu. 8 items.
In the settings
Camera.
menu,
Submenu.
there are 8 items. We can choose which camera we want to use for close-up. We can change brightness. We can change the color mode, the high contrast color mode. We also have
Contrast color. Contrast color menu 25 items. Black on white on black. White on black. Back button. Settings menu. 8 items.
I don't know what the difference is
Contrast
between
color.
contrast
White
and
on
color.
black. Submenu.
Hopefully, Roger can help out with that.
Mode. Live.
Let's see what other mode we have here.
Mode.
I'm
MultiCapture.
glad I looked at that. So yes, I almost forgot to say this, but there is a multi-capture mode here, so we can do batch scan. This is going to be great if you want to do OCR on multiple pages of a document. Let's go back and give this a try.
Mode. MultiCapture. Settings button.
So now we're in the multi-capture mode. Now I think you can do this with this button on the far right as well. Let me just try click this. It just beeped.
Did not sound like it was a good beep.
Okay. Well, maybe not. I could have been wrong about that. I thought there was a button on the home screen here to change between the modes. Maybe not. But anyway, we're in the multi-capture mode. So in this mode, it's not going to read to us automatically. It's not going to process the image and then allow us to read it. It's just going to save the image into a folder, and we can take as many pictures as we want, and it's going to save those consecutively into a folder.
Okay.
Let's give it a try here. So we'll go ahead and take a picture. This will be page
Saving
1.
page 1.
It says saving page 1. Now, on the reveal 16i, it takes a little bit of time to do that. That's probably my major gripe with its multi-capture mode.
What do you mean, in between each picture?
Yeah, it says saving page 1 and then you're waiting for ages. Here, way quicker.
Oh, good.
I assume the faster your computer, the faster it'll go.
I would think that probably helps. Maybe the reveal is a, you know.
Yeah, it's probably less
I don't want to say an underpowered Android tablet, but
it's going to be less powerful. Yeah. Let's do page 2. I'm going to turn the page in my document. We'll go ahead and stick it into that. And
I don't even know where you got this. What is this, Minnesota?
It's all about, okay, I've got to tell you about this. I don't know how we got it, but it's all about a club that collects Coca-Cola memorabilia.
Where did you get this?
Maybe
a client brought it in.
Yeah, maybe so. And apparently people are very into Coca-Cola memorabilia.
Coca-Cola memorabilia is like one of the biggest.
Seriously?
Oh my God.
I had no idea.
People pay thousands and thousands of dollars for stuff.
That is wild.
Because then you've had all their polar bears. That was a big thing for the longest. Anyways, huge thing.
Yeah, I wonder if anybody actually bought a real life polar bear because they love Coke so much.
And then it ate them.
I
wanted to be friends, buddy.
If you're into Coke collecting memorabilia or polar bears, please let us know. So let's do page 2. I'm going to go ahead and take a picture.
Saving page 2.
Sorry, Roger. HumanWare, this is what you get when you come on to Tech and Echo Live.
Right, page 2 is done. Let's do page 3.
Saving page 3.
You get the idea. We can do as many pages as we want. Now, how do we access those pages, Cory? Well, I'm glad you asked.
Yes.
We're going to go check that out now. I'm going to come out of the
Making carousel. Next button. Page 3. One application. Files.
There we go. So we're on files. By the way, if you don't want this voice, you can disable it, and you can also change the voice as well. I've got this very polite British lady.
Yes, I get it.
Yes. So here we are in files. Now, this is where our saved pages are going to be located. Okay. Go check it out. Come on, files. Don't let me down. Oh, here we go. Yep. Oh, it's thinking about it. It's really thinking about
Files.
it. There we go.
New document.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that this is the document that we just created.
The new document?
The new document.
Okay.
It was a new document.
Yeah.
But the weird thing is, on the Prodigi, it will give it the name. It will name it by the first few letters on the first page.
Oh, okay.
But it hasn't done that here. But I'm assuming this is probably it. So let's open it and find out.
New document. 1.
This is it. Okay, so page 1. Now, if I use the arrows, I can change page 2.
Next button. Page 2.
And
next button.
page 3.
Page 3.
Let's go back to page 1.
Next button.
I'm going to click on page
1
1.
item. Speech off.
Oops, didn't mean to do that. And
Speech
here's the document. So it's brought it up for us. We've got those same controls that we had before when we were doing a single page and having it read. So we can have this read aloud. We can change the colors. We can change the size of the text and so on and so forth. But because we have multiple pages here, as it's reading, it gets to the end of page 1. It's going to start to read page 2 and then page 3.
And it's combined it all into one document for you, and you can come back. Yeah, cool.
Very convenient, I have to say. However, what if we want to rename our file?
Yes, I'd like to call it old document, please.
All right, well, let's go back.
New document.
And we'll go back.
1. Previous Files.
Okay.
New document.
So I'm going to say how I know how to do this first. Okay, because this is the same as the Reveal 16. If we tap and hold on our touchscreen piece.
Action menu, 4 items.
Action menu pop.
Move, submenu.
What if you can right-click with the mouse?
You are so clever. We'll give it a try in a second. But first,
or maybe not.
Let's just review these things. We can move this to a different location. We can delete it. We can rename it. We can export it. Now let's actually check out what the options are for export.
Export to menu, 3 items.
So we can export as a PDF, a JPEG, or text. Let's do a PDF.
Export menu, 9 items. Desktop, submenu.
Yeah, so basically we have like a file explorer window essentially here. We've got all of the folders from our computer and we can choose exactly where we want to export it.
So you can export it out of the Prodigi software, put it into your own if you were going to send it to somebody.
Exactly.
Boss, professor, best friend.
Okay, anybody else?
Nope.
Okay, just those. Those are your 3 choices.
Those are your 3 choices.
So that's cool.
New document. Action menu, 4. Rename.
Cory.
Y, space, T. Renamed.
Now it's renamed, so we can obviously then make sure that we know what files we've got. We don't just want them all to be called new document. That'd be really confusing.
Yeah, you would want to rename. Try right-clicking. I want to see if that works.
Okay, so we'll see if right-clicking opens that same menu.
Action menu, 4 items. Move,
that's just
files.
I'm an
Horizon document.
This is unbelievable. Now we also have a settings option at the top right. Let's go check out that menu.
Settings menu, 5 items. Sort, modification date, submenu.
So you can sort the way your files, okay.
We can have order descending. We can create a folder. We can import, which is what you were asking before. If we can import, yes. And we can also delete all.
Files.
So this is like very, very similar to the Connect 12 and the Reveal 16. Makes sense because it's the same software. It's just on your PC.
Yeah.
So why not? All right, let's check out Distance. Down here, we have something which I'm not a big fan of, I'm afraid. And it could completely be me. So Roger, I hope you're still paying attention because this is my only gripe and I need you to tell me if I'm being stupid here. We have told the software that we're using this document camera, which I attempted to show you earlier, for close-up, right? But the same document camera can also do distance, right? So we can point it into the distance, it works perfectly fine. However, the Prodigi software here will not let me set the same camera for the distance as it does for close-up. So if I try and open up distance here.
And then I think you know why, to a certain extent.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about that.
But,
let me just try it. It'd be funny if it just works perfectly. So it's opening up the distance here.
Camera menu, 3
items.
Me to choose integrated webcam.
So it's saying, hey, what camera do you want to use to look into the distance? Now, I don't want to use my webcam because that one's pointing straight at me. It's on my computer screen. So I want to use the IPEVO. That's the document camera that I was using for close-up. But when I try and click on it,
camera in use by Magnifier dialog. 1 item.
It will not let me do it. So it seems like it needs me to use 2 cameras, one for close-up and one for distance. Now, I can go back into the magnifier settings, unconnect to the camera, disconnect the camera.
Or put it to the integrated whatever. Yeah, just make it so it's not active with the magnifier option.
And then I would be able to use the IP for the distance. But you can't use the same camera for both. Now, Roger has replied here, you can only use one camera for one purpose. Yes, that's exactly what I thought. So that's a bit weird and annoying. Now, I think the reason is because, and I'll show this in a second, if you've got 2 cameras set up, you can do split screen view, so you can see through both cameras at the same time.
Which obviously means you couldn't use the same camera for both because you can't split screen.
Yes, and you can also jump between cameras with a handy-dandy little button. You wouldn't be able to do that if you were just using one camera. But why not just have the option to use one camera for both, and then you aren't able to do split screen? If you say, okay, well, I'm going to give up the ability to do split screen. Yeah, so I can just use the same camera.
Because maybe somebody won't ever use split screen, but doesn't want to have 2 cameras sitting on their desk or table. Yeah,
exactly.
I would agree with you on that. I think that's Again, we get why the technical piece makes sense, but I do think people should have the choice.
Yes. So Roger says you can use your webcam. Now, I agree. Roger also says, I'm sure you'll look beautiful. Well, we'll find out about that. But the thing is with using my webcam, I mean, it's just pointing straight toward me, so it's not really very useful. Like, I need a camera pointing at the table and a camera pointing in the distance.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's do this. I'm going to go back to the magnifier here.
Back button. Closing menu. Settings menu. Camera menu. Integrated web. Setting mode.
So now my
MultiCapture.
close-up view
Settings
is
button.
actually pointing toward me, which obviously isn't ideal. You know, we would really want a camera
Couldn't
pointing
read
toward
that way.
No, you couldn't. Well, unless you hold it.
Well, sure.
It's not the best. But anyway, so this is our close-up view now. But now I can use the IPEVO for the distance.
Main
So go
carousel.
ahead and
Next
distance.
button. Back button. IPEVO VZ distance. Back button.
Not a huge. I mean, that's not the end of the world.
It just
It's more of a gripe.
Yeah, it just seems unnecessary.
Yeah.
That's the weird thing about it. So now we're using the IPEVO to look into the distance. There's Jonathan. Hello, Jonathan. Hello.
From the
Or is it
distance.
Michael? I can't remember.
Producer Michael.
Yeah, but anyway, we're in the distance now. I can tilt my camera in various ways. This is obviously the camera here, so I can adjust my camera as necessary to pick up whatever it is I want to pick up. And the IPEVO is actually pretty adjustable, so that's kind of nice. And what I have now that I have chosen separate cameras for close-up and the distance, I can actually now use some additional buttons which were not there before when I was just looking at the magnifier.
Okay.
So we have one button here which will allow us to do split screen.
Live.
And so at this point now we are looking through the two cameras I've set up at the same time. So distance camera is on the left and the close-up camera is on the right there. And you can set different settings for zoom and for colors for each of these sides. So if I just arrow across...
Settings
I don't know
button.
how to do it with the keyboard. I guess you'd have to click on it with the mouse.
Magnify view.
So if you just click on the side that you want to change or use the touch screen and just tap on it, now if you zoom, it will just zoom on that specific side, or if you change the colors, it will just change the colors.
Settings bar. Settings menu. Contrast. Color.
Here's a
Checked.
question you might not know.
Vertical split screen.
Yes.
Magnify view.
Answer.
Okay.
Are you
Settings
able
button.
to adjust the how much screen real estate they take? I mean, I assume they
Distance
split
view.
it evenly right now.
There
I'm just
isn't
curious.
even. Well, let me put the mouse there and see if there's like an arrow. No, I don't see a two-headed arrow, so I don't know if that's possible. But you can adjust your orientation.
I was just going to say, can we go
Horizontal
vertical?
split screen.
Yeah, so we can go top and bottom
Okay,
instead.
good.
That works fine as well.
That makes sense. I mean, I don't know why you would really change it. I was just asking.
Yeah, so we can, anyway, at this point, like I said, we can change magnification per view, which is really handy, and we can also change color per view, which is very nice. So you could have close-up, and you could be writing notes, for example, while the distance camera is looking at what the professor's writing on the board, or whatever it might be. You could be spying on your neighbors through the window while drawing a picture.
All right. Are you able to take pictures with the distance? Camera,
Yes.
just so if you could take a
You
picture
can
of
do-
something up on the
you
board to save it
can.
for later.
Yeah, and I think by default it does OCR, but let's see what happens here. So let's see, I'm gonna just do distance.
Yeah.
Distance.
So just got
Split
distance.
screen button.
Jonathan, do me a favor and take this document. I'm gonna frisbee it across to you, okay?
He is never gonna.
Oh, that was
Wow.
amazing. That was incredible.
He actually threw it and caught pieces of paper.
That's good. Jonathan's very good at catching things. This is one of the things I
Well,
like best about him.
I'd like to say you're very good at throwing things, but
That's not true.
that you throw things, just not very good at throwing things.
Distance.
So we're going to zoom
Zoom
in
in
here.
button.
Now it's looking pretty blurry, and that again, this is the camera. It's not the software. The camera is not the greatest. Let me try and do a bit of focusing here. I'm not sure this is going to work, but we're going to try and do OCR in the
I
distance.
wonder if you could do it up on the check this writing up on the wall.
We'll
It's
stick
bigger,
with this
but-
for now.
Okay,
Let's just see
go
if
for
it
it.
works. Roger just said no OCR in distance. Okay,
well,
fair
there you
enough.
go.
Well, that's okay, but we can at least take a picture and save that picture
Yeah.
to the files. And so, yes, you can take a picture.
Because I could see
Distance
many times
view,
where you'd want
page,
to maybe take a
back
picture and
button.
save it of what was on the whiteboard, if there was
Yeah.
a presentation, notes, whatever.
When we take a picture, we can zoom in, we can pan around, as you would expect, and we can change colors and things like that, and then we can also choose to save that.
Distance.
Good.
Capture button.
Yeah, so now it's gone into our files. Okay, Jonathan, you can relax. Thank you, sir.
Cory, it's right up here.
Thank you.
Now, we also, when we have two dedicated cameras set up, we also have a handy-dandy button that will flip us
Mode,
in between
Split screen
the two
button.
modes. So the magnifier mode for close-up, and then the
Distance.
distance.
Change to magnifier button.
Very good.
Pretty cool. You like?
I do.
All right.
I didn't know what you were. Roger, I'm curious, Feel free to throw it in the chat if there's anything else that you would want people to know about the Prodigi software that we may not have covered just yet.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I feel like we covered a lot of stuff. Now, like I say, in the latest update, you know what I'm going to do? Let's get crazy.
You can turn it off and see if it comes on?
Let's turn off the Prodigi software altogether.
So as he does that, just a reminder, the new software had two main features, the AI and the new books. I shouldn't really say new, but new for Windows Prodigi, and that's the books option.
Main carousel, Magnifier.
Okay, it's not midday yet.
Roger said available configurations.
That is useful.
Oh,
what does that mean? I don't
maybe
settings.
there's
Settings.
configurations that are available.
System menu. Use restore back button. Use send white back button. Settings menu. Audio. User in audio. Back. User interface. Submenu.
Oh wait, I know what Roger means.
Yeah.
He's talking about the packages that they offer, I think.
Oh.
Okay. So I think Jonathan has got something set up here. Let's
Yes,
find
but that's
out.
only the base software.
Is that what he means?
Okay.
You can interact with that page though and get
Well,
us back
he'll
to
let
the
us
main
know.
page.
So what we're gonna do? Let's do this, shall we?
I'm pasting in the chat as well.
Thank you. Oh wow, my mouse is disappearing. That's great.
You don't need that.
What can I do? Let's escape from here.
Software only.
Yeah, so I actually want to bring up that web page if I can. Oh, you know, I'm trying to use the keyboard for the streaming computer to control my
your
laptop.
computer?
Yeah, and that's never going to work. It's well known that that's just not going to work. So let's do this, and we'll look up Prodigi for Windows. Spelled it right. Look at me go. All right, so Prodigi software, here we go. Now, I believe they have 3 different packages, some of them including a camera. And this actually does confuse me a little bit because they include a document camera.
Yes.
But that document camera can only be used for either close-up or distance, not both at the same time. And it does, I think they only include the one camera, so that bit is a little confusing to me. Let's take a look at what they got though. So we've got Prodigi software only. That's what I'm rocking on my own laptop, $9.95.
Okay.
So and a 14-day free trial. So yeah, if you're interested,
This is US dollars.
US dollars, correct. Prodigy Starter Kit. We have the Prodigy software.
Yes.
We also have the Webcam, document camera.
Yeah. Okay.
I think there may have been something else as well. Microsoft Adaptive Kit and a carry case. I don't know what the adaptive kit is.
Oh, what is that? I forget now. I remember seeing a video on it, and I don't remember what it is.
All right, fair enough.
But
Anyway, so that comes with a nice bag as well, so you can stick your laptop and the Hovercam in the same bag. And then we also have the Prodigy Complete Kit, which includes a Surface Pro tablet, which we had said was probably the best way to
and how much was that middle package?
That's right, that was about $1,300, I think.
Okay.
Double check on that. $1,395.
And then that full package?
Yeah, so that includes the Surface Pro, the bag, keyboard and mouse, the camera, and the adaptive kit. So basically everything you would need to get going with this, and that's $32.99 at the moment, on sale from $36.99.
Okay.
Roger says colored bump labels, strips, etc. are in the adaptive kit. Okay. Roger also says they sell a Kodak Wi-Fi camera to use for distance.
Oh, is that similar to the one that they used on
so,
their on the Connect 12?
The Connect 12, because that was also a Kodak, yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
So basically, you can get everything that you would need to get going with this from HumanWare.
Okay.
Which makes sense. So.
Well, I don't think anyone else would offer it, but.
Oh, wait, apparently there's another option here, Roger is telling me in the chat, but I think he's lying. Oh, wait, he wants me to scroll down on this page. There we go. Oh, okay, so you can do this with a Surface Pro tablet, but you can also get a full package with an all-in-one PC desktop.
Oh, if you want a desktop version versus, okay, I can see that.
Very nice, all right, so good job, HumanWare. I think the $9.95 for the software is very attractive because you probably have the stuff that you need to get going with this already.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that you may want to go with kind of that middle package to get yourself a document camera if you don't have one.
Yeah.
And I don't think, it sounded like it was ended up being like $400 for a camera. I think that's absolutely reasonable for a document camera.
Well, not just the camera, but you get the nice carry bag
and the adaptive. Yeah. So I think that's a great option.
Yeah.
And as we said at the top of the show too, I really think it's great for people, people at home and home office, or even work, where you want to get quick access to documents. Obviously this is a low vision tool.
Indeed, it is. Yes.
Me as a screen reader user, I wouldn't use this.
No, this wouldn't make sense for you.
But that's okay.
If you are low vision, I think this is a really attractive package. Now, you can get similar products from, for example, Low Vision International. They have the MagnaLink tab, which would be a very similar kind of solution to the Prodigi Complete Kit. However, the Prodigi Complete Kit is coming in quite a bit cheaper than that. And I will say I do actually prefer the software that the Prodigi has as well. Now that might just be because I've used it a lot.
Yeah, but it'll be cool. I'd be really interested in the AI piece with the new update and the books too, because I used the books on the Connect 12.
Yeah.
And I found it to be a really good way to read. Very unified, and it was a good experience.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to add value as well.
Yes, I'd be interested to know if there's going to be any kind of subscription for the AI piece once that has been released. Hopefully not. But that will definitely add just that extra layer of functionality. So not only can you have a document read to you, but you can also ask questions about it and, stuff like that.
Yes.
Stuff and things.
All right. Well, I think that wraps us up.
Cory's hungry. He needs his Jimmy John's.
I didn't know if it got delivered yet, but I sure hope it did.
Keep your fingers crossed.
Stay tuned. We will be releasing. Yeah, well, we like to release and release. But we will be releasing a new video next week, Thursday. It's on the... some of the new features of Meta glasses, really just one, but also a couple things that we think are good to turn on if you don't already have them turned on. So a couple things to make your Meta glasses better for you. Yeah. So take a look. That'll come out next week, Thursday, probably about 3 o'clock.
And it's just in time for you to buy your Meta Oakleys as well.
Wait, is that new?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Meta Oakleys.
Yeah, they're also working with Oakley now?
They are, and I believe they just started to become available.
Okay.
So now the only downside is the frames are wild.
I always liked Ray-Bans over Oakleys. I always thought Oakleys, when I had Vision, the old Oakleys I remember were really big. They almost look like ski goggles, kind of.
These aren't like that, but they're amazingly angular.
Okay.
There are many angles on them. They do look cool on the models. I will tell you, I am no model.
Okay.
And I don't think I could pull them off, but if you are...
do you need a straight face or an angled face for angled?
That's a good question.
I'll have to find out. All right, well, I doubt we'll get a pair in because doing a demo will be, they don't do anything different. It's still Meta. But we will be getting a pair of the new Ally Solo glasses from Envision, so keep an eye out for that, and we'll have those once they get released too.
Indeed, and Roger, just to finish up here, does say there will be no subscription to the AI, but users will have a limit of 25 questions per day, at least to start. I mean, that should be plenty of questions, you would have thought. Yeah. All right, thank you everybody for joining us. And
contributors?
Sure.
Jonathan's going to give us the top contributors from today's session.
For
Jonathan,
today's
go
session.
For it.
So it is already posted in the chat, so spoilers. But drum roll.
Yeah, wait a minute. Roger was the main contributor, wasn't he?
No, it's not. He was the runner-up.
Okay.
Wait, who are you going to start with?
In first place.
No, you got to start from the bottom and work your way up.
Okay.
It's Ewan.
Hey.
Ewan's in third place.
All right, third place. Second place is
HumanWare's Robert, so that's 2.
Yeah.
But our top contributor,
Yeah.
Hawaii 5-0.
Hey, all right.
Now, is this by number of words or
wait?
number
What
of
was
words
the
or amount of chat messages?
I think it takes into account people asking them questions and responding to things that they had posted.
Oh.
So if someone uses a keyword and then other people use that keyword
I see.
in subsequent comments,
All right.
they
Well,
get
welcome,
more.
Hawaii 5-0.
Okay, yes.
I don't know if
thank
this
you.
is your first time, but way to be the top
Hawaii
contributor.
5-0 has been in before.
Okay.
Yes.
And also, if you want to be read out loud and be one of the top contributors and get in the
Spam our chat.
Yeah, don't spam it. Just ask relevant questions and answer other people's questions and so on and so forth. Be a contributor.
Be part of our community.
You're already in the
Be a
section.
be a TCL warrior. I don't know. I'm coming up trying to. Everyone always has like names for their
I see what you're
community.
saying,
So
yeah.
Tech Connect Live, TCL, but what are our TCLers?
Well, TCL is a TV brand.
That is a TV brand.
Yeah,
That's
so
true.
Should we be TCL TVers?
I'd say if you're a commentator on the live stream, you might as well win it.
Yeah, we need to have
Yeah,
some,
exactly. Yeah.
We got to have some kind of name for our people.
Can you be the boob tubers?
No.
No? Okay.
Work on it. Think about it. What would you like us to call you? Put it in the chat.
As long as it's safe for work.
That is true. All right, I'm hungry.
Me too. Can I eat your Jimmy John's?
No, you may not.
Okay, never mind. All right, everybody. See you next time. Goodbye.
Thanks for joining us for another Tech Connect Live. If you enjoyed Cory and Luke's antics, be sure to join us next time. For all things Tech Connect, go to vision-forward.org/techconnect.